What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This evening, we got the brother on the phone, Lou Gardner Price Sr. Okay, he's been here before, but he had to come back. He's been up to some things. He got some new books out. So we wanted to catch up with him real quick, see what he got going on, give him a chance to talk about his book and why we should definitely check it out. All right, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm maintaining. How you doing?
I'm all right. I can't complain. We definitely appreciate you, being able to double back on us to talk about the things that you got going on. So we're going to jump right into it, all right? All right,
Okay.
tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
From Brooklyn, New York City. I've been a writer since 1987. You know what I mean? When brothers was asking me to write chapters and read it back to them late at night. And at first it was just something I knew that I would do, and then it was something I knew that I really loved. You know what I mean? So I just been writing since '87, and it's just something that I always loved, and I just always did it. You know what I mean? And I did it well. And thank God for my mother for giving me swift kicks in the behind. You know what I mean? For to stay in school.
Right.
And that's where I really got my writing skills from. You know what I mean?
For sure. So how many books have you written to date?
Oh boy. Well, published. I have multiple books. Right now I have the Four Hitters books. I have the Sosa from Scarface. But the Sosa from Scarface is turned into a series, with Mike and the Migos. So that's going to be Sosa, Book 1, The Price of Power, and then Sosa, The Rain. So nowadays it's hard to keep count, Renee, because I'm just coming from all sides. And I'm doing collaborations and things of that nature. So, I've been in the game for so long, I'm not even counting no more.
All right, so I want to talk about genres. I think that you pretty much stayed in the urban lit genre, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what makes you fond of that particular genre?
Well, I learned a long time ago, that, as far as music is concerned, that rap is what you do and hip hop is what you live. And it's the same thing with the genre, it's writing is what you do, and living is what you live. So everything that I've seen around me, I just start flowing through the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Once I put everything out on the pen, it's just like, it's kind of like almost like flashbacks of my life.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, how do you think, like, growing up where you did, do you think it affected the way that you write?
Oh man, if I don't know if I could really put a percentage on it, because as you age, you start branching off into other things, even in your own genre, because you see a lot of people doing the same things all the time.
Right.
So I'm one of them kind of people that I don't want to do the same things all the time. So that's one of the reasons why I wrote Sosa from Scarface, which is it's not it wasn't categorized as an urban book. It was categorized more like a epic historical fiction.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Tell us about that. Tell us, like, the premise. I know you can't give us all of it. You don't want to do spoilers. But just tell us about it. Like, explain to the people what exactly that is.
Well, the Sosa from Scarface readers, but now, the series readers, because I've gotten in the lane with with Mike and Amigo, and we putting out this series. Sosa book 1, The Price of Power, followed by Sosa book 2, The Rain. But there's also Sosa killing Tony Montana, the prequel. Which got a movie vibe to it. So, one of the main reasons why that I started writing in that genre was because my natural father had got killed in my eyes, with CIA cocaine and CIA heroin. He was a Vietnam vet. His name was Andrew Winfrey. That was his real name, and so I started thinking as I came through with life, that I was just like, because the CIA, they were legal drug traffickers. They are today. You know what I mean? They, because I know you heard the saying, we didn't fly that stuff in here. We don't own the ships and stuff like that. Well, anybody who has ever heard of the San Jose Mercury News' Gary Webb, he wrote a book called The Dark Alliance, and the introduction was written by Senator Maxine Waters. So anybody that knows about the CIA Dark Alliance, those are the roots, that's where that Sosa from Scarface, those were the roots that came from that, and also my growing up in the culture, the Tony Montana culture, the watching the Scarface movie, because there was more than meets the eye when it came to that movie.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I watch Scarface once a week. I do, man. I promise. Yeah. So that's one of those classics that we definitely. I think a lot of people after seeing that movie wanted more, like how it ended and everything, and that picks up right where it left off at. So that's awesome. So tell us about Hitters.
Well, the Hitters. You know what I'm saying? Your husband wrote the introduction to Hitters. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My boy Kwame Dutch Teague. Yeah. He wrote he kicked it off for me. He put the rubber stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people who used to read, Dutch Dynasty and, a lot of the stuff that he wrote was like, question marks went up and was like, oh, shit. Okay, Dutch, he put his rubber stamp on this.
Right.
I'm going to read that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of crowds came, so if you look online right now, it's 5 stars. Hitters is in the urban genre. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I came back to the roots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hitters is a 6-book series where, the lead character, Joker Red, and most of the characters in there were people that I really knew from off the street.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, the story is about military rogues, who did, they really didn't like what they were seeing, across seas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As far as in the wars and stuff. So they kind of came home with, with mental health difficulties and stuff like that. And, they came home and just, they was taking down armored trucks, the well-organized crew, you know what I'm saying? And, it's a power ride. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like a roller coaster. It's a power ride. It's like, 1 minute it's a roller coaster, the next minute it's the Titanic going down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
right.
man.
We definitely got to make sure y'all check that one out. So tell us, bro, I know we don't got too much time. What does the future hold for you? Like, what you got going on?
Oh man, the future's bright. Because I'm dealing with Mike and Amigo.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Mob Tales just came out with Suge Knight. Suge Knight threw me in the Mob Tales joint. So that just came out, and then you got Elijah Freeman over at Urban Ain't Dead. That's my family, that's my home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boy, Dutch is part of that family. You know what I'm saying? Just like he part of the family with Mike and Amigo.
Yeah.
So we are one big family.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
for sure.
So people got to look forward to that Black Gambinos, and there's a lot more that's coming out for me.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. I appreciate you, bro, for being able to reach out to us.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for having me.
For sure. Don't
I
be a
appreciate it.
stranger.
Nah, I'm calling back.
All right.
All right,
Peace.
one love, everybody.